and gentlemen, in the studio, we have 2/3 of one of the most important hip-hop groups that the 90s had to offer. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Naughty by Nature! You can tell by the intro, I watched a hell of a lot of hip-hop back in the day, man.
Exactly.
Yo, welcome back. Welcome to the studio, guys.
All
Thanks
right,
for having
us.
It's
good to be here. I see you guys raising all kinds of hell on TV.
Man.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And the beauty of it all is, we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of Naughty by Nature as a group. And it's crazy. Like, sometimes, when you look at numbers, right, like, oh, my God, I am 1,000 years old. But it's beautiful to be able to see some guys, like, come into the game the way you guys did and still be able to, pack a jam and still put on a hell of a show.
Exactly. It's a blessing, man. We just out here,
Now, for those who don't know the origin of Naughty by Nature, you guys actually started off as a group by the name of New Style. I remember I found the 12-inch one day, in a little grimy record store called Bill's in Dallas. I think you had a high top fade with the little with the little bleach middle,
little blonde at the top.
Kay used to battle Kid and Play with who had the highest high top fade. Back then, that's what it was about. Who had the highest fade?
Man,
flat top rules in '89.
KG and Canes.
Yep.
So now you guys are traveling the world. You guys are doing how many shows in how many days?
We're doing 27 shows in 33 days. So it's been a while. It was really Tretch. He wanted to just get on the tour bus. It's been a while since we got on a tour bus and went to a lot of markets that we haven't been to in a while. So he was like, you know what, 25th anniversary, let's get on the bus and go. So it's definitely a blessing to just be able to do that, fire up a tour at will, get the people's love and support, and keep it pushing.
Now, speaking of love and support from the people, you guys have launched a Kickstarter campaign.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you guys are putting together a EP in honor of the 25th anniversary of Naughty by Nature. And I was reading through some of the perks. You guys are offering some pretty cool stuff, in your Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah.
I might have sell marijuana for a couple weeks. I get that $10,000 package going, man.
Yeah.
It's
and you know what, Kay? He's putting up his MPC 60, the first beat machine that he made.
$8,500.
Yeah.
So guard your grill, Uptown Anthem. Everything's gonna be all right.
What's the difference in
songs.
Kickstarter and
GoFundMe?
GoFundMe? Yeah.
I think Kickstarter is GoFundMe. You just contribute to a certain cause, but Kickstarter, you have certain menus and certain experiences. So it can go from basically you're going to pre-order the album to having different merch packs or even personal items. Like Kay has a classic tour jacket he's going to give away, and we have a pool party you could participate in.
That's what's up.
You can bowl and play pool with us. So.
For $3,000, you could play basketball with KG, right? That's the thing. You nice?
Yeah.
Rutgers nice?
Kay plays with all the soccer dads, so don't sleep on him.
I've been playing,
And our thing was, I think unlike a lot of artists, they do these Kickstarters because perhaps they don't have the money to move forward. But, we're blessed enough to work. We didn't just go out there to ask fans, help us or give us money.
Right.
It was just a pre-celebration. We knew this was our 25th anniversary. We knew we were setting off a 27-city tour. We just wanted to package it all up and just go direct to the fans. And I think that's the biggest thing with these technology tools now. You can get rid of the record label and use these tools to go direct to fans.
And it totally makes sense that you guys will ride this wave because even going back into the the 90s with the first two albums, nobody was really marketing themselves the way you guys were. I mean, you're rocking the Naughty by Nature hoodie and hat. It's still fresh to this day as it was when it first dropped.
Right.
And I would imagine you guys made a ton of money doing that yourselves, right?
Yeah, definitely. And
Merchandise.
even now, it got to the point where we did such a job that Bravado came and wanted to scoop us up. So, although we're not signed to the record label, Bravado is owned by Universal Records. So imagine that. You can get a deal with merch with a label before you can get a record label deal, right?
It all boils down to the money. How can these people make us money, and we don't care how it's done, whether it's music or merchandise. It is what it is. So,
but Brad, we got over because we had the labels finance us, and we got away from the 360 deals, right? So now we own our brands, and sky's the limit with what we do in the future. Because, like, look, if you were signed back then, they try to get a piece of what you're doing now. You know?
Yeah.
So that freedom is incredible. It's
everything.
Incredible.
Word. Now, it definitely got dark for a second. It seemed like, you guys weren't going to function as a trio anymore for a minute.
Definitely.
Right.
And the crew is back together. The family's back together.
Yeah.
Who
we had
made
our
the call
issues.
first?
Well, I mean, throughout the years we've had a few issues.
What group doesn't though?
Right. What group don't have issues? But we've had issues. I left for a minute. I had my issues and I left. And then Vin and Tretch carried the torch. And then, we've lately had a few other issues as well, with Vin and Tretch or whatever. But
he was pissed at me.
I've read that. Like, what was the root of all that?
It's just, being together. Like you said, we 25 years later. I mean, it's like your brothers. You're just tired of them. You fighting over getting in the bathroom in the morning. Who's getting there first?
And you got to realize we've been together literally since 13, 14 years old.
Yeah.
I'm 45 years old now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, definitely.
You don't
I'm
look
46. Yeah.
You guys are taking great care of yourselves.
Thanks.
Hip hop keeps you young. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, study diet of Molly's and perks.
See, that's the thing.
That's
we don't
what
really.
the kids are on.
That's what they are, yeah.
Always
Right.
clown.
Yeah,
These people
we
gonna
got
die
to see
young.
we got to see what they'll look like after all of that at 46. But yeah, I mean, after all of that, man, and just being together on and on. I mean, every day, over and over and over again, over and over again, and like you said, on the tour bus, just rubbing each other's shoulders back and forth. You get that, after a while, you get that friction. It's like you said, like growing up in the house with your brothers. You just see each other, and you just on the couch, just every day together, man. Something's gonna clash.
And I think sometimes along the way, man, you definitely have to count your blessings. You guys, even what you do every day, some days you're like, it's not that big of a deal until it's not there anymore, and you're like, wait. I had a great opportunity, man, and we built a brand. So at the end of the day, it's like this is something when you look back, like, why am I trying to destroy this? Why would I want to destroy it? And the bottom line is the brand that we built and the legacy that we built is going to live beyond us. So it's like if we're smart enough, we would take advantage of it and we could take care of our families while we're here because it's going to keep going whether we're here or not.
And that's one of the reasons also that we did the Kickstarter because, like and everybody know, like through the media or whatever, our fans even knew of the friction amongst us. So they just were like, stop it, guys, and just come back together and just, do some new
crap.
Yeah. Give us some new music, do something new. So, we decided that was one of the driving forces that we decided to do the Kickstarter and do it directly with the fans.
When you guys deliver so many things that people love, it's like watching your parents fight. Right. You don't want to watch your parents fight. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, just keep giving us the love, man. Just keep giving us the
Exactly.
So it's dope that y'all was able to bury that and get back out there, just to show, unity.
Yeah.
And not just regular unity, black unity.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing, man. So you guys, countless milestones. You guys are the first people to make the hip-hop anthems. KG, I feel like you don't get enough credit as a producer. Like, when people mention that, like, their top 5 or top 10, like, I mean, when you look back, OPP, Uptown Anthem, like, what, daggone, Guard Your Grill,
How about Next and Janae and Jaheim?
getting into those, like, so many diverse sounds, man. Like, I just feel like, you be in people's blind spots, man. You got to do your research, man. Google the Wikipedia and see what KG produced, man. Brother got joints.
Thanks.
Where
man.
is Janae, by the way?
I'm trying to get those girls to bury the hatchet as well, man.
They're beefing with each other?
Well, they've been, going their separate ways for years and for a while now. It's a little bit easier with us guys. I don't know, Brat. You tell us. What's up with the girls? Why is it harder for you guys? Like, what is up?
Because we're a little bit more petty
Okay.
than y'all. And we have, issues. We have periods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Female
We have
issues.
PMS, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've always been such a big champion of them because I used to work for Motown when they came up with that second album, Saturday Night. They was touring with Maxwell. And Maxwell was so shitty to those girls.
Yeah.
It just
was
like...
he?
Oh my God.
Wow.
Don't look at Maxwell. They kept a curtain up.
Oh yeah, I heard
See,
of that.
that was a real
Yeah.
thing. That was a real
Okay.
thing. Like, yo, I was an anti-Maxwell fan
hate that.
after that event. I'm like, oh hell no, you can't do that to them. They made Hey DJ.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that first album still plays just as well today as it did. Sending My Love to You. I sing that song like I wrote it.
Yeah, I heard that the other day too on the radio.
I definitely hope one day that they decide to definitely get back together.
Word. Well, if it can happen with you guys, it can happen with anybody, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Name of the group's Naughty by Nature. I'm still down with OPP.
We look to be a catalyst for other artists. There's a lot of great, strong brands around, and they're sitting stagnant. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't realize, or they think that, it's over for us. But with a band like us or a brand like a Naughty by Nature, with us going around the country and doing this whole thing and doing this Kickstarter, hopefully we can inspire others, some of our other peers to say, hey, man, if Naughty is doing it, we could definitely step up and do it.
Yo, it's definitely working. Like, I mean, TLC had a killer one. De La Soul did
say
really
that.
well with
Yeah.
theirs.
Yeah.
I know Ghetto Boy started one, and then it just imploded, because,
Right.
they
And
don't
I'm
gel.
saying not only, the Kickstarter thing, but just getting out there touring and making new music. A lot of people want to see it. And especially, our peer group, our age group, a lot of them say, I don't like what's going on today. I don't like today's hip-hop or whatever.
Right.
But if these acts are out there in the market and just touring and doing their thing, I mean, you could satisfy that demographic.
Well,
What-
how did you find the right? I'm sorry,
No, you
Craig.
got it.
How did you find the right promoter to set up the Naughty by Nature tour? Because
Right.
a lot of artists, like your peers, they have issues like trying to find the right promoter.
Yeah.
Because there's quite a few janky ones out there, so
Yeah.
you
Oh,
got to
it
get one
definitely
that's just
is.
not all talk and then back it
well,
up.
we do that through our booking agent. So,
Okay.
we've been blessed to have a good, solid booking agency.
Okay.
And then for us, again, we have more of a mainstream audience. So we're not pigeonholed to any particular market.
Right.
And that's where you can really get
Right.
run across Janky Joseph.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So when you guys are out there on the road, like, what is your personal favorite song to do, on stage?
I got a few. I like Uptown Anthem. I like OPP. I like this song we have is a more street record called I Got a Lotta. It's hard. you know?
Yeah.
Definitely Hip Hop Array. How can you not love that when it's the finale and everybody is just going crazy? It's a new one that we just dropped.
God
the
Is
video with Queen Latifah, God Is Us.
Dope.
So we dropped that video on top of the tour, and that's a good song to perform as well.
What's your fave, Cake?
They're all my children, man. I mean, you can't ask me what's my favorite child.
Right.
I
Created
totally
them all.
understand.
Great, yeah.
And-
I like them. All of them.
And salute to you for, you guys for having keeping everything in house. That's dope. I think a lot of times artists lose themselves sonically because they bring in 15, 16 different producers and the album kind of has schizophrenia. You kept it
Right.
kind of consistent with the melodies and the sounds. And anytime you hear a Naughty record, it's yeah, that's definitely Naughty.
Yeah.
But not in a way oh, that sounds like Naughty. But
Right.
wow, Naughty. And it's actually, Keyboy Stay Below Keo. What was the guy?
Right, Dave
the
Below, yeah.
keys, man.
Yeah.
I love it, man. So, continue success, man. I'm definitely going to catch one of these 27 dates. I think I'm
Yes.
looking at the New York Webster Hall joint. You
Okay.
should go, Brad. We should go.
Yeah, yeah,
Make a
I'm with
weekend
you.
out of it.
I'm with you.
And even if you don't catch it, this is just the first leg, so we'll be
Right.
rocking out all
We
year.
rocking all year,
That's
y'all. We
what's up.
celebrating all year.
And on top of that, even besides that, this 25 years just the earmark. It's a milestone, and it's almost like a reset. So we reset after 25 years, and we look forward to pushing out 25 more years, especially for us. Look at all this multimedia stuff.
That's
Our
what's up.
colleague,
Yeah,
the Brat,
yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you
love.
so
Yes.
much.
You know what I mean? And
Thank
that's
you.
what it's about now.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit now.
And
doubt.
congratulations to Latifah.
Yeah.
Right? She got her
She's
Screen
pushing it
Actors
out.
Guild Award.
Yep.
And that's
Nice,
what's
yeah.
up.
They just
Yeah,
did
man.
that the
Yeah.
other day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, yo, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. And please look out. Flavor Unit is partnering with us to produce our 25th anniversary documentary.
Oh,
Word.
cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they just did one on Organized Noise, so that's coming out too.
Okay.
You guys are getting to it, man. You definitely got a story
what's
that needs
up.
to be told, man.
Yeah.
I think the people are definitely here for it,
Yeah.
man. Yo,
Yeah.
one time for Vinny, one time for KG. Naughty by Nature is the name of the group. Go to their Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Check out the Kickstarter. If people want to go directly to that, where they go?
You can go to naughtybynature.com.
Yeah.
So Kickstarter is taking over our website, and then the splash page, and then it'll take you right to Kickstarter.
Word, I'm looking at some of these things you guys are offering on there at the very bare minimum. I'm definitely going to get a shirt and a hat.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work my way up to that 10 grand.
What's the bestest thing on there?
The $10,000 show,
the $10,000
followed
show,
by the $8,500 MP. Is that coming with drum sounds? Can I get like a disc of beats with that?
Yeah. I'm gonna throw them in there. Yeah,
right,
I'm gonna
cool.
throw them in there.
My drug dealing
that's
career
what's
begins
up.
today.
Another nice one that's in there though too. Another nice one's gonna be in there too. We have the first album, our very first album. Everybody knows that cover was blue, but we're gonna do a special silver edition of it.
Nice.
So it's gonna be a silver vinyl and it's gonna be a silver cover.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
DJs are gonna love that.
DJs
Yeah.
gonna love that one.
Perks upon perks upon
Yep.
perks,
Yeah,
man.
I like that.
Man,
Man right there, that's KG. Man right there, that's Vin Rock. And in spirit, Stretch. I'm pretty sure he sleeps somewhere doing something Stretch-like.
Right. Exactly.
This is Naughty by Nation, y'all. Thanks for coming through.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, man.